Let's talk to the coach now. Coach, welcome. How are you?
Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for having me on. We're doing great.
Yeah, you are. You're doing well, and you're scoring a lot of points. Your quarterback isn't throwing a bunch of interceptions. He's throwing a bunch of touchdowns. But you're going to face a really good opponent and a very good quarterback tomorrow night.
Yeah, Louisville is certainly one of the top teams in the country, and they deserve to be recognized like that. Charlie's done a great job with that program. And Teddy Bridgewater, we've seen him in person for a couple of years now. He's as good as there is throwing the football and managing a football team in all of college football. Yeah,
and played last year, hurt against you guys, and played a great game. I mean, played with a cast on. He really played very, very well.
He did. He played very well against you. He didn't start the game. They brought him in, and he made some throws that really were very hard to defend. And that's the type of player he is. You're not going to eliminate his impact on the game. You play good defense against Teddy, all you're going to do is minimize him.
You opened up the year with that 1-point loss, a shootout to Fresno. You've had a big win against Arkansas. You had a shootout with SMU. You're 4-1, so you've been able to win these close games. What's been the key for you guys so far this year?
I think the key, from a general standpoint, is that we have a very mentally tough football team, and a team that on the road in Fresno in a hostile environment was able to play it all the way down to the last play. And unfortunately, we came up one play short, but then we had the chance to come back against Arkansas late in the game, and we won that one, and then to win against SMU on the road again. We've been battle tested this year, and I'm really excited about that. But the reason we've been able to do those things is our offense has been more balanced than it's been in a couple of years, and our ability to run the football has given Gary the opportunity to make some plays in the passing game, and I think we've done it in all different ways on offense.
Clearly you have, and his numbers are very good. Do you see this is this going to be a shootout with Louisville? Is there any way to get around that, or is that just the way it's going to be?
I don't know that. I've been in these games before where the numbers would lead you to believe that, and then all of a sudden the game ends and it's 14-10 because the defenses rise up. So I don't know if I could predict that part of it, but I do think the team, because we're not that dissimilar in the way we want to play the game, and I think the team that is able to run the ball and stop the run, it sounds like an oversimplification, but I don't think it's any more complicated than that. It's going to have a huge advantage on offense.
Now, they are playing really well in that the one difference that jumps out is you're both scoring a lot of points. They're not giving up a lot of points, which is, and again, a level of competition plays into it. But they do have one. This is one of the stronger teams in the country you're going to be facing. This is a very, very sound football team you're going to go up against.
They're a complete football team. There's no doubt about it. Challenged very early in the season by a couple of excellent quarterbacks. The kid at Fresno, Carr, is a tremendous player, and the kid at SMU was a transfer from Texas. And I think both of those guys ultimately will be NFL quarterbacks. And then Arkansas had two running backs that were both averaging close to 6 yards a carry when we played them. So we've seen some potent and some dangerous offensive players in the first 5 games of this season. But we're well aware of the challenges that Louisville is going to present to us.
What would you say about your defense right now?
Well, we're doing a great job of stopping the run, and I think that is really where defense begins for us. Now, when we do that, we just got to do a little bit better job of making sure that we minimize the passing game. The numbers, I think, are a little different than what the reality is, only because the way that Fresno and the way that SMU with June Jones play offensive football it's very different than the way most of the teams we're going to see for the rest of our schedule are going to play. And I think that our formula for defense is the right formula. And can we improve in our pass defense? There's no question. But, I don't think the numbers are quite indicative of what we are.
Tough being a defensive coach in college now. It really is. It's hard. It's hard to slow anybody down with these teams. I mean, everybody playing systems that is put. I mean, the points are coming. They're coming fast and furious in the NFL. In college, they're coming crazy. I mean, it's nothing to see somebody score 50 points now in a college game.
There's no doubt, and I think it's really the evolution of the passing game at the high school level. You see so many high schools now that are in these spread offenses, and in college you're getting these quarterbacks that are already very astute in the passing game, and I think it's allowed those players to develop. I think you look around high school football, you see the pool at the wide receiver position is much bigger necessarily than the pool at the tight end position. So we've had to expand our recruiting a little bit to make sure we find the right tight ends for us, but But there's a reason why people are scoring more points and scoring faster. I think it starts at the high school level with the quality of the coaching in the passing game.
All things considered, and we're talking with Rutgers head coach Kyle Flood. They play Louisville tomorrow night. All things considered, would you want to? Should everybody in college want to run the spread for what it gives you and what it gives you in terms of recruiting? Would that be the optimum way to play now in college if you had your druthers?
I think so. I don't think so. For us, it's interesting how the paradigm has shifted. It's we're a pro-style offense, and we like to be very multiple in terms of what we do from a personnel grouping standpoint and from a formational standpoint. And what it's allowed us to do really is go out and recruit players to a unique offense. And no one would ever think of the pro-style offense being a unique offense. But as long as the majority of the NFL teams are still in the pro-style offense, which they are, I think it's going to be an advantage for us to be in that offense as well, because I think the transition becomes that much smoother for the players.
Is it harder to find a quarterback now to run the pro-style offense, or harder to find a quarterback to run the spread offense?
I think it's tougher to evaluate a pro-style quarterback in high school because you don't see them do the things there that we're going to ask them to do. To command the huddle, to check plays, run to pass, pass to run, to make full field reads and decisions. It's a different style of quarterbacking, but I believe for us it's the best style, and it allows us to play offense the way we want to play it, where we can still threaten every part of the field, but be as physical as we want to be on offense. And there's no doubt that if you want to play in the NFL, it provides the best transition for you as well.